This looks stupid. I'm not doing this.
Lords of Gaming.
And then everything went crazy. Time to step up, Logan.
Bambi? Yeah, I hear you. We a crew. We hang together, we fuck.
They're coming!
Booyah! We need to get the hell out of here.
Hey, my name is Spidey.
And this would be Jigsaw.
Great job!
I fucking hate you. And welcome to our 31 Nights of Fright, L.O.G. That stands for LOG for all of you people in the South.
Lords of Gaming.
Let the hate mail flow. But welcome to the 31 Nights of Fright. We always do a LOG episode, and we were actually saving this episode for the 31 Nights. We are doing Dead Island. That's right, the zombie game that was kind of a sleeper hit. Was kind of like a sleeper one. They kind of just snuck in there for like all of us. Like we kind of didn't know much about it. We're just
until
like
the trailer.
I honestly didn't know much about it until you and Fred brought it up to me. I'm like, there's an actual game called this.
You never saw the world's most emotional trailer, sir?
I honestly didn't until you guys mentioned it. I'm like, oh my god, that's horrible. Speaking of which, that's like one of like the top 15 trailers for game trailers of all time. Is that emotional trailer?
Really?
Yeah, it's in the top 15.
Well, now I know what to do if I ever break out in the film business. We gotta do a taco commercial.
Kill off a little girl's parents and then throw her out a window.
Exactly. You're doing a Taco Bell commercial. Throw a kid off the top of the building.
Globs of money.
We're doing a mattress commercial. Throw her off the window of the 3rd floor.
Under the mattress, but it won't save her. The audience doesn't need to know that.
They'll buy it anyway. Put that music too. Dun dun dun.
But also, Joel needed to make sure we do this before Batman comes out, because then all the world will lose contact with me.
Pretty much.
Because that's going to be my review, and it's going to be my most in-depth review, probably spanning 2 parts, because I have to break it down because YouTube's gay and only lets us put 10 minutes, and most attention spans don't make it past 10 minutes. So, besides that, let's get into it. We have Dead Island. It starts out, pick one of 4 characters. You pick a rapper, a former football player, like a special ops, and a hostess with a lot of money.
No, she's also a ninja.
She's a ninja. Is that her occupation of choice, ninja?
No, well, she has a ninja class though. Her expertise
she has
is
a graduate degree in ninjaism.
She does. She throws sharp objects the best out of everybody. That's a ninja, son. So
no, the one football player throws shit faster than you.
No. He can throw blunt objects better, but the Asian woman can throw the sharp objects. So that means if she has a knife, she can throw it far better and more effectively than the football player can.
So they go through, like, basically you see a intro which introduces all the characters. That's not like a real intro. It kind of just introduces, like, one of those cinematics that play in the beginning of the game, only this one's kind of relevant. You watch because it actually tells you what the hell happens.
Through the point of view of a nuts and unrelated to the story.
Of a drunk person, you meet all the characters. You see well, we don't know what Patient Zero is. You see, like, zombies slowly infected. For some reason, this guy doesn't notice it. He falls into his room, passes out. And then you pick one of your 4 characters and you wake up and then you start exploring this world. It's almost like Fallout, kind of. You wake up, you can go anywhere, but like you don't want to go everywhere. It's one of those things, like you pick your own stories. But unlike Fallout, this one doesn't have like the interesting story,
the deep story,
or diverging plots of all or personality of all the characters. It's a very, very paper thin game plot. It's like you wake up, oh my god, we gotta get out of here. Okay, let's go.
That's it. And you know what the thing is that these don't feel like characters when you pick them more than they do feel like character classes. It's almost like you're just picking like a blank slot.
It's like Borderlands. You don't have an emotional connection with those 4 characters you're playing, but the thing with Borderlands is you have an emotional connection with all the humor around you. This game, it's like, oh, alright.
They have some humorous moments.
Some, but it's nothing like Borderlands. Come on, there's an entire level, Zombie Island, and the first thing you hear when you step off the boat is, welcome, potential zombie fodder. Checkmate. But then we go into like meeting the different characters, and they're very forgettable. You only have one emotional attachment, and it's to this mechanic and this girl. We won't tell any of the spoilers, but it's kind of an important plot point. You go to different places, from a city to a jungle to the sewers to the paradise like resort area. Honestly, that's my favorite, is the resort area, because I think it is very visually beautiful, and then the whole rest of the game is you running around killing zombies. So Joel, tell us how to kill zombies.
Gameplay. You basically use the world around you to whatever extent that you please. I mean, it's kind of like the saying in Fallout, if you see it, you can go to it pretty damn much. Where you're on the resort, you see that big ass lighthouse on top of a prison, yeah, you can go see it. There's a route to go there. It isn't like other games where like you see this awesome thing and then you're blocked off by invisible barriers. You can pretty much go wherever you want. Killing zombies is only limited to your imagination because you are given a shit ton of things. Without mods and manipulation of items, there are countless ways to kill zombies. And if you're inventive or a sick person like me, you'll never run out. This game will go years for you finding inventive and new ways to kill the infected. And that's not counting the mods that you get, which are very akin to Dead Rising. I mean, this whole game borrows more from Dead Rising and Fallout than
But what about
anything.
Left 4 Dead, Joel? You don't know anything. Left 4 Dead's the greatest zombie game Valve represent.
It's
And if you want our opinions on Valve, do look over on the sidebar to your
right hand
right. Right, is it right? Right.
Right hand side.
I'm sorry, YouTube changes so much. To your right, and scroll and see the epic video that is titled the Left 4 Dead review, the ultimate Left 4 Dead
Left 4
review.
Dead review. It should be.
And your mind will be blown, sufficiently blown. So make sure, you know what? Give them a second. We'll wait. We'll wait while you go watch it.
Where's the elevator music?
We'll wait before you go watch it.
Where's the elevator music?
All right, we're back.
You get, the only thing related to Left 4 Dead here is that they have special infected that are different, right? And you clearly seen that they borrowed that from Valve, and that's fine. And they took the basic elements, like ideas that Valve had, but unlike Valve, what Deep Silver did was they went into it and they finished the game. So that's the difference.
There's no zombie poke. Represent.
You can't beat this game in 2 hours. So, and it actually takes fucking effort, and you're getting your money's worth. I'm getting way into making fun of Left 4 Dead. It's the world's most glorified DLC.
As far as weapons go, melee's the way to go unless you really pick the firearms person, but you don't come across a firearm until about 2/3 through the game, and firearms are kind of useless in this game.
No,
I'm kind of annoyed though. Like, one headshot won't drop a zombie most of the time unless you upgrade your firearm skill. Because I've noticed that. Like, I put a pistol round through the head of a zombie and it kind of like didn't kill him. Like, god damn it! I pulled my machete and it cut its head off. I'm like, I'm more satisfied.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be totally useless because you only get a certain amount of bullets, and if it takes 10 bullets to kill one zombie, you each I think like a whole chamber for it.
And one machete hack does the job. You're gonna pick the machete.
Yeah, and you only get 50 bullets. You're only gonna, in the end, you're gonna kill five zombies. That's not counting the special infected. So. Yeah,
it's one of those things, like, if you get, like, when you get to a level in the city, there's the whole city swarm with zombies. One of those things where, like, you're absolutely fucking, like, screwed. You just sit up there and you pick shots at them. But then you go to, there's been glitching problems with the game. I've had people have it like Red Dead where it crashes on them. I've had people have ghost ninja zombies that disappear and reappear and beat the shit out of them.
Getting locked into rooms.
We've had problems with driving.
Yeah, the
driving
isn't
solid. It feels like it still needs to be tweaked and worked on. It feels very floaty through a lot of parts of it. Like you don't feel the weight when you hit the zombie until you like break the windshield out.
Exactly, and just I don't know, like the control scheme, it feels so weird. It's not like a game like GTA where you just get in and drive in it seamlessly. But you know what I will give it, despite some of the glitches and stuff that could always be fixed via update patches, is the zombies may not be original, but
they are damn scary.
They can be scary, but their demeanor is completely original. Because here it is, like you have certain games, right, where the zombies will just shuffle around and you can just walk right past them and not worry, like Dead Rising. Then there are others that have fixed positions, like Resident Evil. And then there are games like Left 4 Dead, where the infected just know where you are.
They know where you are at all times, no matter
what.
Happens, ever.
No matter what. You cannot even leave the room and totally be hiding.
Zombie sonar. It's echolocation for zombies. It's a new stage in evolution.
Yep. They completely know where you are. But this one doesn't use any of those elements. They're more realistic. For example, you'll have a situation where you'll see a horde eating somebody, right? You make a noise and you hide, right? And then you just use the camera to look. You can see that some of the zombies will, stand up because they heard you. They'll look around. They won't see anything, or they may go to investigate. If they don't find you, they'll go back, given if they stand up. And if not, they'll just look, they don't find you, and then they continue eating. And you could totally just crouch right past them, and they won't even see you. And if they do, then they'll start giving chase. And you could totally
they're not like Red Dead zombies where they only scream when they see you. You hear these fuckers everywhere.
Yeah,
and it gets to you at times, especially in bigger areas, like I mentioned, like the city or the jungle where you're completely surrounded. It gets to you when you start hearing them scream.
No, it gets to you all the time, because the unique thing about it is, in most games when they scream, it's because they're nearby. Like if I play Left 4 Dead and I hear a hunter, that's because the hunter is there. Right here, it's all the time. From the second you start the game to the end of it, you're always hearing them. But the thing is, they're not always around. So it always keeps you paranoid because you don't know if they're coming for you. I've been through the hotel and heard the zombies through my whole run and never encountered one. And there are other times where I just heard one and I was jumped by 5 of them. It keeps you on edge in a sense, because you don't, there's no way, there's no indication of knowing where they are. Also, you ever notice behavior? Some zombies go about different ways of attacking you. Like there are lurkers, and then there are stalkers.
Yeah, there are besides the class zombies like the infected, which are like the Left 4 Dead 28 Days Later style infected people, just sprint full on at you, screaming and flailing around. Like they're called walkers. Like I think that's akin to The Walking Dead, kind of a homage to them. But there's different kinds. There are ones that just kind of aimlessly wander around. There's ones that are sitting and eating. There's ones that literally just sit there in a corner and wait for you to walk by and will grab you.
Hey,
and there's ones that just play dead.
Yep, they play dead. You pass by them.
Which made me jump almost out of my chair the first time. I walked up to a railing and it just turned around and grabbed me. I'm like, oh my god!
Now the first time it happened to me, I was playing with a friend, and I walked past it, right, because I saw that it was dead. It wasn't moving, right? And I didn't see any indication, so I walked past. I was looking for loot and stuff like that, and it stood up behind me and tried to get me.
I've come to akin to hitting every zombie with my foot at least once when I walk by.
Nope, I've done it even better. That's why I'm always walking around with my machete. If it's on the floor and it doesn't have its head off, I'm taking its head off. That way I can guarantee, even if it is dead, I'm like, well, I'm gonna make sure 100%. I'm not
You're
gonna
try to take that ram's head off?
Yeah.
No, I'll just stab him a couple times and run.
Yeah, no, I ask everybody. I'll chop all their heads off.
There's points in the game where it's basically you can't win fights, so you just gotta book it through areas. Getting chase is one of the most exhilarating rushes in this game. Especially in I keep mentioning the city, but it's the biggest, one of the most populated areas. It's literally packed to the corner with them. I remember walking out of once you free the one guy the power plant or whatever it is. I walked out and there's 70 zombies and I pulled a machete, everything in low thing. I'm like, oh fuck this, and I just ran and I hear them screaming and flailing behind me. I'm like, oh my god!
Oh, you have to jump on cars, and then it's like the Mumbai Inception run. You gotta jump on top of other stuff and get on top of roofs and use ladders and shit like that and make sure that they don't fucking get you because there's 20,000 of them.
But besides that, the game's soundtrack and the voice of the zombies and the ambiance really brings this game to a whole new level. Visually, the game is graphically beautiful, but the biggest thing is the 4-player co-op. it's fun to play with friends. I know Dead Rising we were hoping for 4-player, we got 2, but we're satisfied. Left 4 Dead offers 4-player, but that's only fun if you really feel like getting your ass kicked. This is the new 4-player co-op of the game. There's different classes that each bring different things, and they actually do affect people differently. There's berserk modes. It's like pull out your pistol and go for headshots. For me, it's like a knife you get crazy. The 4-player co-op is what brings this game to a whole nother level. I wish there was statistics tracking to a really more like in-depth degree. It would have been kind of cool to see a versus mode, but I would have felt like it would have broke the game. But it's cool that they it shows you where your friends are if you're close to them.
Drop in, drop out, multiplayer.
Exactly. It's got very Borderlands-esque where it's like if somebody of a higher level jumps into your game, it won't raise the level of the zombies, but just so much the health. I like this game, but if it wasn't for some facial animations, the really paper-thin story, the driving being off, the real emotional connection we lose to all the characters,
the voice not syncing,
the voice is not syncing, the Arkham Asylum thing, and the fact that Red Dead, it's got glitches at parts. I would have loved to make this my perfect. I'm still searching for hopefully Raccoon City does it. Still searching for my perfect 4-player called zombie game. But overall, Joel, what does Dead Island get from us?
Dead Island gets a 3.5 out of 5.
Everybody dies, I'm see your ass real. Crack bones to the marrow, hot sauce, and they suck it. Now my juju ain't nothing to fuck with. I got a zombie army, and you can't harm me. Yeah.